Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's May 26, 2023. I really appreciate you joining me again. I hope you're doing well and I hope you're safe. It's the end of May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So it's only fitting that we end the month talking about mental health and joy at work. And for many of us, we might have grown up in environments where no one really talked about mental health. Like it was just something you didn't talk about. I know that was my experience, and that might be your experience as well. People were just encouraged to soldier through the situation, whatever it might be. And so people dealt with many mental health challenges and they were never addressed. We can't lose sight of how where we work impacts our mental health negatively or positively. It's just a fact. And so the workplace is such an important area of our lives to reflect on and think about how is where I'm working, how is where I'm spending so many hours of my life, my day. How is that place impacting my mental health and making decisions about what we discover? You need to reflect on this. If you're in an environment where it's abuse and harm and people are just on top of people, it's very hard to have positive mental health. It's very hard for your mental health to be good, is the point I'm trying to make. And you really want to think about how can I leave or change my situation? Can you? That's something you need to explore. But you also need to make sure that you're not bringing on mental health challenges to yourself as well. I've worked with a lot of people and I've experienced it myself where, especially when you want to get things done and see what can be achieved, it's very tempting to want to take on the cares and burdens of others. You want to like jump in and save and make things go the way you think they need to go. But if that's not your job, if that's not your responsibility, if you're not equipped to do those things, if you're not given the authority and responsibility to do those things, then you're creating a situation for yourself that is just going to cause you pain, is going to cause you difficulty. You're creating a lose lose situation for yourself. So even though your motives may be pure, you don't have the resources to affect or enact the change you want to change. And this is where it's important for us to be very clear about what we can influence and control and create healthy boundaries for ourselves so that we don't begin to bear the burdens of everything around us and then have that mentally impact us negatively. I've talked to so many people and they're so frustrated about things. And I think it makes sense that they're frustrated about those things, but they allow that frustration to really begin to eat at them and really begin to make them feel unhappy. And there's really nothing they can do about it. So we have two choices in this situation. We either remove ourselves from that situation completely, which I'm not always sure is a great decision because everywhere you go in life, I think you're going to face things that are just out of your control. You're going to face things that you wish people would do differently that they didn't do. So you're just going to be hopping from place to place. I think a more effective response in many situations is to gain some clarity about how you feel and what your tasks in that situation are. Like, what is my task? Alfred Adler referred to this as separation of tasks. Know what your tasks are and focus on them, and then let people focus on their other tasks and create these healthy boundaries so that your mental state can be a good one. And so when you're in a good mental state, then it's much easier to experience joy at work. When you're in a bad mental state, well, joy at work becomes very, very difficult. And I'd encourage you to read books on emotion and just how you can improve your mental health. There's journaling, there's meditation, there's yoga, there are books like Emotional Agility, there's listening to good music. But whatever it is, understand that your workplace impacts you, it impacts your mental health, and it's on us to kind of look at our situation and make the appropriate adjustments so that we can experience joy at work. Thanks for joining me again. I hope you benefited from this video. I hope you do something about your mental health. I wish you good luck. Don't forget to ring the bell. Don't forget to share with others. I'll see you next time. Be safe and be kind.